do you want?
It's 1986, and director David Lynch is on set, filming a movie that will redefine neo-noir cinema and haunt audiences for decades. That movie? Blue Velvet, a dark and surreal masterpiece that dives headfirst into the seedy underbelly of small-town America, starring Kyle MacLachlan as Jeffrey Beaumont, Isabella Rossellini as Dorothy Vallens, Laura Dern as Sandy Williams, and Dennis Hopper as Frank Booth. The film's blend of innocence and depravity is encapsulated in a single unforgettable scene, where Rossellini shocked everyone by wearing absolutely nothing under her blue velvet robe. But before we dive into that jaw-dropping moment, let's unravel the world of Blue Velvet. The film begins innocuously enough in the fictional town of Lumberton. College student Jeffrey Beaumont, played by Kyle MacLachlan, returns home to care for his ailing father, only to stumble upon a severed human ear in a grassy field. This discovery pulls him into a disturbing mystery involving Dorothy Vallens, played by Isabella Rossellini, a nightclub singer whose family is held hostage by Frank Booth, portrayed by Dennis Hopper. With the help of Sandy Williams, played by Laura Dern, the daughter of a local detective, Jeffrey descends into a labyrinth of crime, abuse, and obsession that challenges his notions of morality and innocence. Despite its accolades today, Blue Velvet faced immense challenges during production. David Lynch's reputation was on the line after his previous film, Dune, flopped critically and commercially. Determined to regain his artistic credibility, Lynch poured his soul into Blue Velvet. But convincing a studio to back the project wasn't easy. The screenplay, with its graphic depictions of violence and sexuality, was rejected repeatedly before Dino De Laurentiis took a gamble on Lynch, offering him a modest $6 million budget and complete creative control. Lynch's vision for Blue Velvet was born from a collection of unsettling images and ideas. The haunting melody of Bobby Vinton's Blue Velvet, the grotesque allure of a severed ear, and a childhood memory of seeing a naked woman wandering the streets. These fragments coalesced into a film that explored the darkness lurking beneath suburban perfection. One of the most striking elements of Blue Velvet is its use of symbolism to reveal the duality of its world. From the pristine white picket fences to the grotesque image of a severed ear crawling with ants, Lynch crafts a visual metaphor for the darkness lurking beneath small-town perfection. The ear, as Lynch described, acts as a gateway, leading directly into the mysteries of the mind in the seedy underbelly of Lumberton. Similarly, the motif of insects burrowing beneath manicured lawns becomes a haunting reminder of the hidden corruption in seemingly idyllic spaces. These recurring symbols not only set the tone, but also immerse the audience in a surreal narrative that feels both familiar and unsettling. Casting the film was another challenge. Laura Dern was cast as Sandy Williams after Molly Ringwald's mother deemed the script too controversial for her daughter. Helen Mirren was Lynch's first choice for Dorothy Vallens, but the role ultimately went to Isabella Rossellini after a serendipitous restaurant meeting. Rossellini, best known at the time as a model, shocked audiences with her raw and vulnerable performance, solidifying her as a serious actress. The production was rife with unforgettable moments, but none more so than the infamous scene between Isabella Rossellini and Dennis Hopper. In their first ever scene together, Hopper's Frank Booth, an unhinged villain inhaling amyl nitrite, assaults Rossellini's Dorothy in what Lynch called the ritualistic rape scene. What the cast and crew didn't know was that Rossellini had chosen to wear nothing under her robe for the sake of authenticity. As Hopper knelt before her, face to face with this unexpected reality, Lynch erupted into uncontrollable laughter behind the camera. The surreal nature of the situation, equal parts disturbing and absurd, had Lynch giggling nervously, a reaction that mirrored the unnerving humor woven throughout the film. Rossellini later recounted her motivation for the scene, explaining that she wanted to portray Dorothy as completely exposed, both physically and emotionally. Drawing inspiration from the iconic photo, The Terror of War, depicting a girl fleeing a napalm attack, Rossellini imbued the moment with a raw, visceral power that left an indelible mark on cinema. Dennis Hopper's portrayal of Frank Booth was equally groundbreaking. Hopper, who famously declared, "I am Frank Booth," during his audition, brought a terrifying authenticity to the role. Initially, Frank's gas tank was supposed to contain helium, but Hopper insisted it be amyl nitrite, a drug associated with disorientation and euphoria. While Hopper later regretted the change, believing helium would have made Frank even more unsettling, Lynch embraced the choice. Behind the scenes, Lynch cultivated a unique atmosphere, often playing music on set to inspire his actors. During one scene with Laura Dern and Kyle MacLachlan, he blasted Shostakovich over speakers to set the mood. This collaboration extended to the film's haunting score, composed by Angelo Badalamenti, whose partnership with Lynch began here and continued through iconic projects like Twin Peaks. Despite initial mixed reviews, Blue Velvet earned David Lynch an Academy Award nomination for Best Director and went on to achieve cult status. Critics like Roger Ebert lambasted its graphic content, but others hailed it as a groundbreaking exploration of American darkness. The film also revitalized Dennis Hopper's career, shifting him into memorable villain roles, and cemented Lynch's reputation as a visionary filmmaker. And what about that title? The phrase Blue Velvet evokes mystery, nostalgia, and seduction, perfectly capturing the film's tone. The song of the same name, performed by Dorothy Vallens in her nightclub act, becomes a leitmotif that underscores the duality of beauty and menace at the film's heart. Now it's time to hear from you. What do you think of Isabella Rossellini's decision to wear nothing under her robe for authenticity? Do you think it added to the scene's impact, or was it unnecessary? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes stories from your favorite movies.